Hi, everybody. It's Thursday, last Thursday in August, actually. So, oops, let me pop that up. Awesome. Okay, so let me know when you get here for the live. Say hi. If you're watching later, whether it's on YouTube or if you're watching here on Facebook, just do give me a hashtag replay. Hearts, thumbs up, all that appreciated on both sites. If you have a question, I think it might be better to ask it on YouTube because then everybody can see the question. I realized last week I got so far behind that I forgot to even go back and comment on everybody else's comments from the video last week. So I apologize for that. I'm going to try to do better, but I just ran out of time. So anyway, say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. Let's get to it. So today is the last Thursday, like I said, in August. Let's start with mail because I only got one card in the mail. And this is from my friend Rose out in California. And she had a little note in there like, thought you could use a little belated birthday card, and she's absolutely right because I forgot to mail one out a couple weeks ago and I need one. So thanks, Rose. I love it. This is the Party Puffins stamp set that was new in the June catalog, the annual catalog, and I had to have it and I haven't used it. So shame on me. I need to. But look at all these beautiful papers. These are all from the what is it called? The Hostess set. Party pattern or something. Like one side is all black and white and then the other has all these beautiful colors. So I love it. Thanks, Rose. Hey, Vicky. So that's my only mail for the week. Next, I wanted to show you, Peggy and I went to the Dollar Tree last week. Hey, Molly. So Peggy and I met at the Dollar Tree last week because we had to do an exchange or I had to give her something, a pack of paper or something. Anyway, we went to the dollar store and I found some treasures that are very useful for you guys. So first of all, Sharon LaCroix told me to check for this pop dot tape, for this foam tape. And I thought, well, not everybody's dollar store may have it. Girls, they have a lot of this. And I figured out, I did the math. This was $1 and it's 2 yards of each. So yeah, they're different widths, but who cares? They're still the same height. 6 yards for $1, that's 17 cents a yard and almost 18 cents. I'm in Maryland, so tax is 6%. So these big honkin' rolls that I got from scrapbookers or scrapbook.com, even though they're on sale now and it still comes out even at the sale price, this is a lot more, but it still comes out to 70 cents a yard. So if you ever run out of the foam tape, Sharon was absolutely right. And now I'm going to have to use all this up. But I will be going back to the dollar store in the future for that stuff. Because the fact that it's different widths, who cares? As long as it's all the same height, which it is, that's all that matters. So I thought that was great. Dollar store. All right, what else did I find at the dollar store? This caught my eye. So we were in the makeup section because the blending brushes, they have like the smaller ones, and I did get a couple smaller ones for myself, just like 2. But this thing, so this is what you use to clean these brushes. Like you put a little soap or water or whatever, and then you run it like this. I bought this exact same thing in a different color from another company. But this thing was like $5 or $6 from the other site, and it's only $1. So I'm giving this away. And then I found these little silver spoons. So I have these in different colors. I use these to re-ink my ink pads. So I want to keep just a couple of them, but I'm going to this is going to be a prize too. Like there's going to be 3 things that I'm mailing out today. But everybody's going to get, the same person will win all of them. I'm not mailing out 3 different things. So what you do, I want to keep 4 of these so that you still have 20. I found these originally at Walmart. That's the ones I was using. They're only good for maybe 3 or 4 uses, and then they just snap because they're little. But for $1, you can't beat it. So let me show you. I have to re-ink an old ink pad. So what you do, this is Emerald Envy. Double check that you have the right ink pad and the right re-inker, because I swear I've done that, messed that up before, and I'm not the only one. So we add squeeze, 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 re-inker, and I try to get it kind of evenly distributed. It's going to sit on top of here on the foam for a little bit. Okay. Then you take this spoon and you just gently like rub it, burnish it into the foam ink pad. All right. Just back and forth. And you could use a regular spoon too, but I mean, these are cute. Why not? And then you just clean this off and reuse it. So I've had the same couple, like I said, I use them like 3 or 4 times and then it'll snap. But I think that's awesome. So I'm keeping these, and these silver ones are going in the pile. What else is going in the pile, which did not come from the dollar store, is I got this from Crafter's Solution to hold your glue, but I am just not using it. So I want somebody else to enjoy it. All right, so let me write some notes here. So I want you guys to comment if you want all 3 of these things. So it's one person that's going to get a package with all 3 of these things. So whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, comment. I want you to say, pick me, because I will be able to sort with the random name picker. I can, hey Renee, BFF, I'm glad you're checking me out. Comment pick me, because I'll be able to sort with the random picker for this phrase. So comment pick me, and you do have to be US only, because I'm not shipping, dollar store stuff internationally. Just not doing it. So that's our prize for this week, and let's say by this Sunday, which is the 29th, right, Renee? Yep, at 9 p.m. Okay? So comment pick me by Sunday, and then I will grab, and I'll just do a screenshot of the winner. But you will get this little thing. Clean your brushes. You'll get the rest of these spoons to re-ink your ink pads, and you'll get this Crafter's Solution thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfectly good tool. It's just not working for me. So that's that. Someone will enjoy them, right? So back to dollar store. 2 more things, and then we're going to get into it. I found these giant book rings, 2 inches. I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet. I'm going to make some kind of book, some kind of mini scrapbook or something, but I haven't seen them this big, so I thought that was awesome. Then I got some fabric. So I've been wanting to make a fabric covered, a journal cover, and then you cover it in fabric. So I thought these are going to go really pretty together. I don't know which would be the inside or the outside, but look at these trucks. That's cute. And I think it's just a fat quarter, 20 by 21 inches. So it'll be enough for a journal cover. And this orange pumpkins, just because it's beautiful and I love orange and pumpkins. So $1. I walked out of there with like $25 worth of stuff that I didn't need. But I love it. So dollar stores, better than I thought. All right, so we did the comment for drawing. Let's go over one more thing. August Hostess Code is going to end on Tuesday. So that is the 31st. And don't forget, so use the Hostess Code, and you're going to get the Make and Take kit for the August workshop, which is this. This month I started putting the doodads in too. So you will also get, you're going to have to be careful in your envelope, because I like fold everything up and pack it up in an envelope. So I cut like the little gems, and it's on a little piece of plastic, like the plastic sheet that it comes on. So you're just going to have to be careful, but it does have the doodads. And then the freebie was the green ribbon, which I think is on back order. I'm going to have to check. So use the code for that. And then everyone who uses the code in August, I'm going to put your names in a drawing for this Celebration Hostess set. All right, in your words. So, and I'll just do I'll do a random picker, and then I'll screenshot the name of that and post that. And I'll probably do that maybe 10 o'clock or so. I could wait till midnight. Ugh. I have to close it out. Maybe I'll do that on the 1st. How about that? So then I don't have to worry about staying up super late on the 31st. So that's that. That's the other freebie. And I am going to get another one of these in September. So we'll do that again in September. Okay, let's get to tonight. Faux tarnished foil. Now it's called faux because we're going to use foil paper. If you were to use regular tin foil, you could cover a piece of, hey Peg, you could cover a piece of like white or vanilla cardstock with tin foil. Just like wrap it around and do the same thing. And then that's just called tarnished foil. But the faux is because we're going to use foil. Now I've only ever seen this done with the silver foil. But like I said earlier, we're going to do some variations. So we're going to do different colors of foil. All right. So the basic technique, what do we need? We need foil paper. We need black StazOn, which is not my favorite ink pad, but we're rubbing it on the foil for this technique, so I don't mind it so much. Mine had crystals on it because I haven't used it in so long. So I just had to scrape it off with a scrap of cardstock, and then I put it in the trash. I could re-ink it, but I don't want it that juicy for this technique. So we need black StazOn. We need Versamark ink because we're going to be doing some embossing. And then we need metallic embossing powders. So I've got silver, copper, and gold, they come in a 3-pack now. So I'm trying to think what else we need. Oh, some embossing folders of your choice and foil. All right, so first step, you have your foil. This is just a scrap because we're going to work it. I've got the other pieces already embossed. So first step is you just dirty this up with the StazOn. Just get a little bit of that ink on there and then let it dry. Then you take this and you run it through the embossing folder of your choice. All right. So let me bring in these other ones that I've already done. The concept is after you run it through the embossing folder, then we're going to add different colors of the metallic embossing powder, and that's going to make it look grungy and tarnished. So for the silver piece, I ran this through with the brick and mortar folder, and I love that. The key, you really have to make sure it's dry. One of these was not dry, and then I got StazOn ink on my embossing folder, and I wasn't very happy. So I had to go back in with some alcohol and clean that up. So make sure it's dry. So brick and mortar in the silver, which is normally how you see this technique with the silver. So we're also going to do it with gold. Ooh, look at this. So this, I ran the gold foil paper through the Flourish, I can't remember the name of it now, Parisian Flourish embossing folder. I really like it. I really like it. And then the third one we're going to do is the copper foil, and that is through with the painted texture folder. So I'm going to add the embossing powder to like all three at the same time. So we're going to work on these pieces all together, and then at the end, then I'm going to assemble and finish with the pieces that I die cut, and they're all going to be the same. So let me show these pieces. So the embossed foil pieces, I think, are 3 3/4 by 5. Let me double check this. And I will have the measurements on my blog. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5 for your foil pieces. And then I went up 3/16 of an inch for these layers. So, and this is very hard to see. So this is 5 3/16, and by 3 15/16. That just seems so dumb, but I like a 3/16 inch border. And then our bases, this is just 5.5 by 8.5. Now, normally I would have cut white to put on the inside, but I'll do that later. So our card bases are all going to be the same. So let's get to adding our embossing powder. Now you can either add your powder with the Versamark, or you can put some, squirt out some glue and tap it. And I think I will do both. This one I'm going to put some glue out, and you want to have a sponge that is only for glue. I mean, you can rinse it out as I pick a dirty one, because this is the only one I can reach. All right, let's hope this is really clean. So I just want to pounce to get a little bit of glue in here. And I'm going to just pounce some areas. And I'm going to add gold embossing powder first. So normally on silver foil, you would want to add gold and copper embossing powder. You could go back and add silver, but it kind of blends right in. It defeats the purpose. So what I'm going to do is put opposite colors on. So the silver, I'm only going to add gold and copper. On the gold, I'm only going to add silver and copper. And then on the copper, I'm only going to add gold and silver. Because the paper's going to like peek through, you know? All right, so let's add the copper first. So I just pounced. I added a couple little blobs here of glue. And you don't want to go too crazy with the glue because we are cooking this. And you don't have to worry about using your embossing buddy either, because it doesn't matter if there are stray bits. Like, see that right there? I don't know if you can see that, but that's a stray. I'm going to leave it. All right, and this one I may want to hit a little bit more. All right, so that's our copper. And while I have the copper, let me do that on this one. So again, I'm going to take my sponge, just get a little bit. And if you want it to, you know, rub it, you can do that. You just want to get some different spots. Oh, that had to land right there, didn't it? Right in the side. All right, let me drag this over. Ooh, I was a little heavier with this, but that's okay. Now I am going to cook it in between. Some people will add the embossing powder all at the same time and then just cook it once. But I don't want to mix my embossing powders. I just don't trust that it's going to not contaminate the different containers. All right, so that's it with copper. I can put this away and hold please while we cook these up. Now you may have noticed that the glue kind of bubbles up a little bit when it's cooking. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's only because I didn't wait for the glue to dry completely. Hey Julie, hey Gail. So don't worry about that. I just cooked it. I gave it a little extra cook time to make that go away. But if you waited till it completely dries, you're not going to see that. Not the end of the world. And you won't see it at all if you use Versamark. All right, so now let's go to the gold. So I'm liking this, and this time I'm going to do some swipes, and we're adding the gold powder this time. So maybe a little bit more, and I still want some of this silver, most of the silver peeking out. All right, so let's get our gold. I think this would be really cool if you had a lot of different metallic ink pads. Oh, this was, I'm going to have to get a paintbrush. That was too much. Can't cover all of it up. Jeez. I do want it to be kind of graffiti looking, but not all like that. All right, I'm going to live with that. You've done it with embossing ink? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm going to do that on the copper one. Normally I use Versamark, but you can use the glue too, so it doesn't matter. All right, so gold. Oh, and actually now I want to do the copper one. I do want to add the gold powder to that. Okay, and now that you brought that up, Gail, good call. So Versamark, this is normally what you'd do. Just swipe. Actually, I gotta make sure this is all. This is how my Versamark pad got filthy years ago, I think, was doing stuff like this, where I was just dragging it through. All right, so I'm just gonna swipe different bits, and we'll see how that goes. And we're gonna add the gold. If you had a the glue pen and you wanted to add your embossing powder that way, that works too. Ooh, yeah, I like that. All right, so we're going to cook the gold, and then we will move on to the silver. So Gail, have you always done it? Hey Sue, have you done it with the different color foils? Because as far as I've ever done in the past and seen, it's just silver, because you can use tin foil. But I think I'm going to like it with the different color foils, especially this copper. I think that's going to be my favorite. All right, let's cook this up. I really like that one. Nice. I think this is going to be my favorite with the copper. Okay, so now, again, let me clean this, swipe this off. So now we're going to add silver powder. Ugh. I think I should have had a little rag out here. All right, so for those of you who may have come late, comment either here on Facebook or on YouTube, pick me, and we are doing a drawing for some prizes. I went to the dollar store last weekend. So you're going to get one of these brush cleaners and a pack of these silver spoons that I use to re-ink my ink pads, -4. I kept 4 of them for myself. And the glue holder from, I can't remember the name now. I said it, and then Crafter Solution. I just am not using it. So comment, and by Sunday I'll do the drawing. All right, so this is mostly clean. So you have done it with different ones. It makes me think, what other foils do I have? Because I know we used to have, I've got some colored ones somewhere, like green and red. I think blue too. All right, so now we're adding silver. And I think I'm over the sponge now. I'm just going to go do some swipes again with the Versamark. And doing that on the copper as well. And I'm catching like the corner of my, see, that's how this stuff gets dirty. I must not have cooked something enough. Oy, well, it had to happen at some point, right? Try to smash it off of here. I kept this one nice for about a year, I would say. It's bound to happen. All right, silver powder. I'm over it. God, can't keep anything nice. Ooh, I am liking this. That's going to be really pretty. And then with the gold foil, ooh, nice. I'm leaving that just like that. Okay, get all this back in. This paper gets super hot, by the way. So I think the thing to keep in mind is you want embossing powders that are opposite of the paper. Like you could go back in and add silver embossing to this. This was the silver paper. But I just don't see the point in that because enough of the silver is peeking through. All right, so we've got all these bits and they are crooked, so we're going to have to glue them down. But next, you go back to your StazOn pad and you just swipe over some of the raised up bits, and that'll make some of the embossed images come through, like some of these bricks, and it'll catch on some of the embossing as well. And then we're gonna have to let this dry, but some of these I'm really gonna push because I want those bricks to show up. Nice. And the StazOn is a little sticky. I like that. I could get a little more of the brick over there. Okay. And then same thing with this. We just want to scooch over the top of these raised up bits, kind of like grunge it up. It makes me think of the that steampunk style, how it's like a lot of metallics and, you know, gears and stuff. If you had a gears embossing folder, hint, hint, I do have one, but Stampin' Up! Doesn't make it. But that would look really cool too. So this added StazOn at the end really makes everything pop. I love it. Okay. Hey, Rose. Yeah, I love the StazOn on the bricks. It really just makes the embossed bits come through. All right, and that is adequately grunged up. See, that would be good, you know, a masculine card. I could see a bike with that, like motorcycle, or the gears dies. Lots of stuff. So, all right, I have to let this dry for a little bit. And let me clean up my fingers. All right, so the style for all of these cards is going to be, I'm going to glue these pieces onto black backgrounds. Julie, you think, is this what you mean by the last one? The copper one? Because this is my favorite too. But I think I had kind of decided that from the beginning anyway, because I like the copper the best. It's more fall-y. I don't know. But yeah, I've only ever usually done this with the silver paper, so I like seeing it with different ones. Okay, so how are these going to go? Looks good. So let's first glue them onto our layers. And I am just going to go ahead and use my Tombow glue. And like I said, I cut this down. That was a 3/16 inch border. I like that. And the cards are black on black. Lots of black. Then I die cut a bunch of stuff out just in black. You could do, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I think the black makes it stand out. If you had it on like a white background, I don't think that would be as good. And some of the ones I made, I did this with my stamp club like 3 years ago, and I still had some of extra backgrounds that I made, and I put them with a layer of soft suede behind them. And I mean, that was okay, but I think the black just looks a whole lot better. Ooh, and look at that. Let's get that off of there. Oy. Let's see. I gotta try to get that off. I don't want that glue sticky. All right. I am liking that. And plus, when I put it on the black card, if I didn't get this perfectly straight, it won't show as bad. Like when you have a tone-on-tone layer like that. All right, man, I like this one too. This one is gonna go portrait style. And then the copper one, I am undecided. I do love this Parisian Flourish folder. The tin tile would be good too if you still have that. All right, let's get this on. I shouldn't be surprised that I wrecked my Versamark pad. But like I said, it was bound to happen. All right, ooh, lots of glue here. Okay. All right, let's put this on. And then I'm going to decorate these and then pop them up on the card, on the black card bases. This one is really curly. Let me hold this down for a minute and have a sip of water. Or a guzzle of water. That was a lot. All right. Okay, yeah, I like it a lot. Okay, swipe, get some of these little crummies off of here. Let's get our card bases. Well, actually, I don't need that for now. This is how these are gonna go. The brick, I was gonna use the artistic dies. So this was with the new artistically inked bundle. So that's kind of gonna sit there, and I need to emboss a greeting. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and just pop these up. So basic black, and let me get in here. Do my scoring. So this is gonna sit up like this. And my greeting, I'm either going to, this label came from one of the new holiday ones. Painted Christmas Seasons. Oh wait, I was going to use this on a different one, I think. This one, I think I just have to emboss something on a scrap. Yeah, so I do want my embossing buddy. I think for this one, since it's got a lot of the gold showing through, I'm going to emboss the greeting in silver for this. And I'm going to go with Best Wishes, or so I have to send somebody got married. One of my friends got married, and this isn't really a typical like a wedding card, but I just think it's pretty. Best wishes. I could just say hello. Happy birthday works too. Let's see. All right, happy birthday it is. Why not? All right, so I did my embossing buddy. Let's do my jacked up Versamark. And I'm going to hand cut this after I emboss it. So I'm not going to worry about getting it like perfectly straight on there. And then I said silver, right? And hit it again. And actually, you know what? I'm going to stamp out all my greeting pieces, and then we'll emboss them all at the same time. Why not? So I am going to stick with the, whatever the base color foil was, that's what I'm going to emboss the greeting in. No, happy birthday for wedding. No, I was just saying I could have made that a best wishes instead of happy birthday. But I was just saying, would this be too dark for a wedding card? I think it's cool, but not everybody may feel the same way. All right, and then let's do the gold one. I was going to use Quiet Meadows, but I know what's going to fit on here because I didn't grab the right stamp set. Love you, friend. Happy birthday. Love you, friend. Oh, that's going to fit. Okay. Sweet. Let's get this on here. Hopefully my embossing buddy will work. And this one I'm going to emboss in gold. I hope this is straight. We'll see. Looks pretty good. All right, gold. Yep. I gotta say, I am still happy with this new gold embossing powder that I got. I wasn't thrilled that I had to get it in the 3-pack, but I was thrilled at how bright and gold it is. I do still like my the Brutus Monroe, the glittery one. But this is much prettier than my old 20-year-old stuff that got like really dull and just gross looking. Bleh. Okay, and then for our copper card, which is going to be this one, I'm using some leaves dies. That's what I thought. I was going to do this and rip it off or cut it. So this one, just going to make a pile. Could do happy birthday again. Yep, okay. Because it seems like I have a lot of birthdays in the next couple of months to send out for. All right, and this is going to be a landscape card. Okay, so I can put it right in the middle. If I was going to have this be a portrait card, I feel like this would have been too long. You know, if I had it like this, that's going to go, that covers like across the whole thing. I don't like that. Not all the time. All right, let's put this lid back on, even though it's already ruined. I keep saying I'm okay with it, but maybe I'm not. All right. I got a few little spots in here. So I'm just going to try to pick these off, scrape them down, and not make it worse. That's interesting that that happened. Because it's not the stamp, because it didn't happen on the silver one. So that is operator error. I'll take the blame for that one. All right, no matter how careful I try to be, I still always get embossing powder like all over the place. Ugh. All right, let's cook these up. That silver's really bright too. All right, let these sit for a minute. I don't need to handle them immediately. All right, so this one, let's go with this one first, our silver one. I love these bricks. All right, so I need black dimensionals, kind of a lot of them. I did see on scrapbook.com they had the foam tape in the roll, but again, it wasn't very cheap. So does Dollar Store take requests? Because I think I would like to see their cheap rolls in black. Because that would be a lot better when you're using the dark cardstock, you know? Because there's nothing, you know, like when you make this card and it's all popped up nice, and then if you were to turn it sideways and then you could see the white foam. Boo! I don't like that idea. All right, going the right way. Yep. Actually, I gotta pull this a little closer to me because I want to get this centered. And I could put glue on the dimensionals too, so I could have some wiggle room, but I think this will be fine. All right, and now I'm just gonna glue this on. I could use the sponge, like that I've already had glue on, and just sponge it, but I'm just gonna hit it in a couple little spots because that sponge kind of dried up on me since I wasn't using it. Oh, how did I miss this? I need some on here. I just need a little on every single one. And it is kind of floppy. All right, I'm just gonna put this right on the corner. And just hold it down for a minute. Shoo! It wasn't a goth wedding, Rose, but that would be perfect, I think. No, they're not into goth at all. I just liked it, and I thought it would be cool. It would definitely be different, wouldn't it? All right, you guys have talked me out of it. All right, holding these down. Now I need silver. Happy birthday. And I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna cut this by hand. But yeah, if somebody was into goth, that would be cool, I think. A cool card. Or like I said, like the, what did I just call it? The stuff that's like a lot of gears and stuff. Steampunk. I think that would be cool. All right, and then I'm going to pop this up. I was going to rip it, but you know what? I'm just going to cut it straight. Why not? All right, and then I'm going to have that there. And I'm going to pop up. Will these fit? Just barely. I could have used the teeny tiny ones, but all right, I'm already into it. I'm in it this far. Now, I didn't really plan on any doodads for these because I thought with all this embossing, I didn't think it really needed it, but you could certainly add something for some more glam to these. Ooh, I love it. Oi, that is really cool. And since I didn't get the glue like completely covering, some of the leaves are sticking up. I like it. Very neat. All right, let's do the gold one. So this one is going to be portrait. Let's go ahead and dimensional it up. It's going to make you go back and look at your embossing folders too, because you're just going to get ideas, and that's awesome. All right, this one is going to be with the Quiet Meadows dies. Okay, so I cut 3 of the flower and stem bits. So let's get our card. Again, 5.5 by 8.5, all of it. Oh, good Lord. I have embossing powder all over the front of my shirt. Ugh. Great. All right, Let me put this in. Oops, I didn't get that squished down very well. Yeah, the dollar store, we were there for an hour. They have all kind of stuff that I didn't realize and things that would be very useful for crafting. I will be going back, that's for sure. All right, I'm liking this already. Okay, and this one's our greeting for here. And let's get some dimensionals on here. All right, now this, I want to glue these off to the side. I might pop this one up. All right, so this one will be flat. Oh, you know what I just remembered that I forgot I was gonna do? Was add some embossing to some of these black bits, like the things that I die cut out. Like, actually, you know what? Let's just do it real quick. I just wanted to add a little bit, and definitely with the Versamark. Oops, let's hope I don't wreck it. So I just want to hit the flower, because I was just thinking for my third one, I've got leaves to add, and I did want to add some embossing to the ends of those, like just halfway, you know, like that, just a little something. All right, let me cook this real quick. And I intentionally did not want to cover the whole thing. I was just trying to get like just the tip of stuff. Okay. But this is gonna look nice. Yeah, because then that'll stand out a little bit. All right, let's add some dimensionals. At least one. Maybe I can get two in there. All right, for the top part. And then I will add glue to the rest of it. Nice. All right, let me hold that for a minute, and then I will take the dimensionals off of this one. And here we go. That's a lot of gold, but I like it. See, I don't think you really need any more doodads for this. I think this is, I really like it. And it doesn't really bother me that I didn't get the embossing great. Like, you can see I had some stray bits here. Not concerned about it. All right, and then our last one, this one is also gonna go landscape, so sideways. Get this last card base. So again, they were all 5.5 by 8.5. And the other measurements I will put on my blog. I'll tell you, the foils were 3 3/4 by 5, and then the black layers were 3/16 of an inch up from that. All right, let's cover this. Okay, so let's bend this out. Try to straighten it up a little bit. And get this down. Okay, so we'll have our greeting. I may trim this down. I don't know. All right, so this style leaf, I call these skeleton leaves. I don't know if that's probably not the right word, but they're just like the outliney. So I wanted to do the same thing with these, just add a little bit of embossing to the tips. So I want to put some copper. This time I think I'm going to use all the colors. And then I swear we're almost done. I gotta tell you, I love it when these turn out better than I expected. All right, so this one will be copper, and I am gonna try to get just those top edges of that leaf. And then I gotta pick the right one. So see that? Yep, I like that. All right, do I want to do, I cut a bunch of these out. I may not use them all. I need at least 3. Let me just focus on 3. These ones are too small, I think. I think they're just going to get lost in the background because they're too tiny. But I will use them for something else. All right, so do I want to do one of each color? Sure. But I'll just keep that biggest one for the copper. And get this lid on. Then I'll do this one in gold. And I'm just going to come, I want to come like around here. So I'm just going to swipe it and we'll see what we get. I like it. I love it, actually. I think I still have some early espresso and tangerine something or other embossing powder from a long time ago. Well, I should say just a few years. All right, and then again, this, just swipe the tippy top. And we'll do this one in silver. Yep, that's gonna be what I want. Ooh, I love it. See how hot that gun was though? That really cooked them quick. I love this just partial embossing. That is really cool. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so this one, I don't tend to put things like right smack in the middle. I don't know why, but this one I'm gonna go down here at the bottom. And I am gonna use, I wanna use some of this that's along the bottom. Where'd my, like where's my scissors? Right in front of my face. All right, let's put this here. And this one can go here. And that should do it. All right. I feel like this greeting is covering up so much of this goodness, but all right, I'm just gonna do it. That looks straightish. All right, now these I'm just gonna be, I can't really pop them up because I don't have, I could cut these, but I mean, let's face it, I'm not gonna get them that tiny. So I'm just gonna put some glue. Let me hold that in place. I can tell already it's getting lost in the background a little bit. So I may not have, I mean, I can still see it. Plain black may have done better for this one because it was already so busy. But you know what? I'm already in it, so we're going to do it. I think if I was to do this particular one again, maybe I would leave the leaves black. But I do like this technique of just embossing like part of the leaf. And I didn't see that anywhere. I just thought that would be cool just to give a little like the side. Oh, that's funny. That glue booger is strong. All right, and then this one I'm going to put right here. So it's hanging just like boop. Nope. Let's get that off of there. Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, that can hang like that. Okay. So let me clean this up. So again, with the comments, either Facebook or YouTube, I'm going to pick one by Sunday at 9 p.m. This is our prize pack. I got these two things at the dollar store. This will clean your brushes. It's in the makeup aisle. And then these silver spoons I use to re-ink my foam ink pads. And then this from Crafter's Solution. I'm just not using it. All right, so comment pick me on either YouTube or Facebook. And that's that. I do still like this. I'm going to make a different one. I'm going to do these leaves again and have a different background. But yeah, Vicky, stunning. These are, I love it. All the metallic, it really sticks out. And I really am digging the variations as far as using the different color foils for the base. Because I've really only mostly done it with the silver. So awesome. I hope you guys loved it. And next week is going to be my September workshop. And I will tell you, September, the workshop and my class are both going to be Halloween themed. So next week we're going to do like half 2 cards and 2 treat holders, Halloween stuff. And then my class in the second Monday and Tuesday night of the month, that's going to be, we're going to make a little mini scrapbook using the little tomb boxes, tomb treat holder things. So it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so I will catch you guys next Thursday, and I will post some winners on Sunday night, and then the winner for the drawing for that extra stamp set I'll post that on Wednesday, the 1st, okay? All right, thanks you guys. Bye.